Welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. I want to show you something. This is exciting. The buckwheat is booming. I'm so excited about this. I am. It's going to be a little while, but it's coming up and it's coming up strong. I was a little bit worried because I planted this about a week and a half ago, and buckwheat will normally start to come up in about 3 to 5 days. We had the rain, but it was just too cold. And we're going to get some more rain this afternoon, and then next week it's going to warm up considerably, and this should take right off. Look at that there, huh? Beautiful, beautiful buckwheat. It just, I don't know why I get so excited about this. It just makes you feel good. It's an accomplishment from, you know, I put a lot of work in out here. And it's one of those things where, you know, it's not like you're getting paid to do this. It's something that I wanted to do. But between all the tree clearing out here, building the road out here, I probably took down 200 trees, all the stumps, cut everything up. And then we're always battling that Japanese stilt grass. But the buckwheat, I think, is going to be the perfect solution because it's going to come up quick now. And it will shade out the ground underneath of it, preventing that Japanese stilt grass from coming up. This stuff will grow really well this summer. And maybe before it goes to seed, I will mow it. And then this fall, I will either overseed with winter rye, or I may till this stuff back into the soil. They say buckwheat really helps improve the soil conditions as well. So it's just, I enjoy this kind of stuff. It is. It's, I don't know, it just makes you feel good, you know? Now out there in the middle, there are some weeds coming up, but I think the buckwheat is going to surpass that in no time. The deer have already been coming in. That's going to be a little challenging as well, because they're ripping this stuff out of the ground. But this time of year, I'm hoping there's enough food everywhere else. They don't just decimate it before it grows. I think we'll be all right. But I would call it the 6-month plan here. Mini cabin, that's going to come out of there. That's going to be repurposed into something for the grandkids. New and greatly improved mini cabin is going to be over in that corner somewhere. That'll be a great spot for it. I can see down in that valley back there, behind it, back into the woods, and see out this way. That place will be used for all sorts of things. Yes, some hunting, but to be honest, I like taking pictures as much as I like shooting things anymore. Maybe even more so, I don't know. But it's just a great spot out here. This will be the wildlife's recreational hub of the neighborhood. But anyway, right now, I'm gonna head down to the sawmill, meet Levi down there. I think we're gonna start off with a pine log into some stickers, and then back to the walnut. I think that's the plan. just sawed some stickers on the sawmill. Levi's gonna cut them down to length. I'm gonna run the hunt man out somewhere, and I'll report back when I get back. So let me tell you this, we had a bunch of rain, I mean a lot of rain, yesterday afternoon, last night, this morning, but Melissa and I are stacking and stickering some nice 8/4 walnut.
It's beautiful.
It is nice, but nothing will strain a marriage like stacking and stickering lumber. Isn't that right, Melissa?
I've got nothing. It smells good.
It does.
It does. And it's so pretty.
See, the thing is, some people would love this piece right here.
Right.
It's got some holes in it. They'll do the epoxy thing. That's not really my kind of thing. You know, it'll be pretty when it's done. Someone will put it to good use at some point. I like stuff like this right here.
Right.
That's just kind of like a uniform color, you know? Like these pieces right here. That's just really nice stuff. I said the other day, I love walnut in this state. I don't really like sawing it underneath the bark. Did you hear that? Like a couple explosions somewhere. But underneath the bark, you've got like this stringy, nasty, I don't know. It's just a dirty tree when it's in your yard.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a very attractive tree. The nuts, the walnuts that come off of it, I mean, they're horrible to mow. Last year, those ones in the front yard, I mean, you're bouncing around running over them. They're hitting the blades.
Yeah.
But all that aside, it is an absolutely beautiful wood when you get it to this point right here.
It is.
Like, look how dark these pieces are. This is what I really like right here. These two here, I'm probably going to cut down. That is a little extreme for me, that rot right there. Somebody would probably fill that all up. I don't know, but I'm not doing that. I'll cut some 4-footers, but we're going to keep working on this stack here. I need to saw some more. I'm not going to get too carried away with it because this pile is going to go on top of that real big pile of red oak down there.
Okay.
How was the yard sale, Melissa? You want to tell them about that?
Yeah, our daughter Hannah had a yard sale this weekend. You know, gather up all your stuff and sell it, and it went well. There was rain today, so, you know, didn't stop the people. They coming out and
If you had to take a guess, like what age and male, female attend?
Actually, the early people, early birds, or people on time of when the sale is scheduled to start around 8 were couples. And later, older than me, I would say they were in their late 60s, 70s and up. And then it comes into a lot of older men driving from one sale to another. Maybe they're pickers or
one guy, Hannah was telling me, bought an old purse, and he told Hannah, she's kind of wondering, you know, maybe it's for his wife or something. He said he's going to cut it up because he makes knife sheaths.
Yeah.
And he buys purses at yard sales and uses the leather.
He knows how to tear them apart. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. A lot of stuff. Yeah, it's incredible. And then you have a lot of new moms like Hannah. She loves to yard sale and garage sale herself and thrifting. She goes to thrift stores, and she changed her YouTube channel to Secondhand Hannah, so go check it out.
Yeah.
But that's what she does. She likes to post about that. And then today was, or this weekend, she did yesterday and today.
Well, yeah, I'm glad it's today's the last day, right? It was yesterday and today, so
yeah.
She sold a bunch of stuff though.
It's funny how something that is $2, that close to the end of the sale, everything becomes free, you know?
Yeah.
Let's just get it out of here.
But I'm going to kind of check out the radar, see what it's going to do, and I may saw a little bit more walnut today.
Okay.
I want to get this lift done so we can put it away.
Good.
Let it air dry for a while. Eventually it'll go in the kiln. All right, I'm going to do something that I never thought I'd be doing. It is May 31st, Tomorrow is June, and I'm starting a fire. It is 49 degrees outside. Get an occasional shower. It's windy. It's just cold. So we're going to start a fire. And by the way, fire starter is available. A lot of people have been asking about that. Works great in your wood stove, your Brio pit, your solo stove. Basically anywhere you want to start a fire. It's going to work fantastic. In one bag, you can start at least 30 fires with. You can light it with anything. And that's literally all you do, right there. May 31st, starting a fire. Alright, the fire is well underway. I'm going to head down to the wood yard now, but there will be a link in the description for the fire starter, pin comment as well. All right, I'm pulling into the sawmill here. I wanted to saw some more 8/4 walnut. Today is Saturday. Levi will be back on Monday. That's when we will do the 8/4 walnut. That stuff gets heavy. It does. If it's 15 inches wide, 2 1/8 inches thick, heavy wood, it's much easier with two guys. But I had an idea on something that I can do with all this walnut that I have. I've got a pile, and it's not the best. I mean, there's a lot of really good wood in there, but a lot of the logs are real squirrely. Some of them, the ends have some rot in them, real bad rot. So you kind of have to pick through them. And I thought, if I cut these into shorter lengths, I think I have a good idea. Something that I could sell. Like a log like that right there, it's probably 16, 17 inches in diameter. That's a pretty nice walnut log. It'll have a lot of character to it. I can saw 8/4 out of that, probably 2 live edge slabs, and then 3 or 4 pieces of nice 8/4. But I'm going to end up with a lot of stuff like this. This is 5 feet long, probably only 12 inches in diameter, if that. But I got an idea that won't take much time, and I think there's some real value in these little pieces here. I mean, that's what a majority of this stuff is right here. This little stuff here that's kind of squirrely. Some of the bigger stuff, it has metal in it. I didn't pay much for this load at all, which is why it looks like this. Kind of looks like heck, but I'm telling you, there's some really good wood in here, and there's value here. We're going to try to make some today. Here's some real nice 8/4 live edge stuff here. That'll go up on the pile at the building. And when I get that done, I'm going to band it all up. Well, I'll use ratchet straps for now. I don't have a banding tool yet. And that'll go on top of that lift of red oak right there. And it can air dry up there for a while. And then we will put it in the kiln. But anyway, let's put that little one on the mill right there. And we'll get her sawn, and I'll show you what my thinking is. Now on this sawmill here, these are my log stops right here. They come up, this one and that one right there. But when you got those little short logs, that doesn't always work. So it also has these, which are pretty handy for the shorter stuff. Man, it is windy, cold. I just can't believe June is tomorrow. So this log is only about 11.5 inches in diameter, and it's 5 feet long. All right, so I sawed all these at 6/4, which is a 1.5 inches thick. They will easily flatten out and plane down to 1.25 inches. And what I was thinking for these, I'd like to build an inventory, you know, have like 100 walnut slabs, 100 cherry, oak, different species. But these would make really nice blanks for signs. You know, you always see those nice signs that people make with a CNC machine or even just with a router. But out of each one, you'll get 2 of them. You know, that's 5 feet long. So say they're 30 inches by 11 inches. Easily, once they're kiln dried and flattened, $40 each. You know, so there's $480 right there once it's finished. Now you're gonna have some time in it, but as far as sawing goes, I mean, that was 15 minutes. I'll have to stack and sticker it properly. Once it air dries for a bit, it'll go into the kiln, and then you could flatten them as needed as you sell them. So really, not a bad way to go with some little squirrely logs. So I was talking in a video the other day, you know, I was kind of at a crossroads, not sure how far we want to go with all this stuff, but I'm definitely going to need a big building. I am, because once wood is air dried for a little bit, goes in the kiln, it needs to go indoors, and I think it'd be a good thing. I do. Just build inventory. We can start selling more than we do now here in the near future, but it would be really nice to have thousands and thousands of board feet of kiln dried lumber on hand. It's going to take a couple years to get to that point. But as I get older, and especially in the wintertime, you know, it's no fun working outside in the winter anymore. It'd be nice to have a big wood shop that you could build some stuff in the winter, sell some lumber, those kind of things. So I think that is the direction that I'm going. A lot of things have to fall into place first, but we're headed the right direction. I think that's about it for today's video. Don't forget, fire starter is available. Link in the description. I'll pin a comment as well. And I'm just looking up here in this pavilion. These baby birds better get out of the nest soon. I mentioned before, I let it go. There was just 1 or 2 nests. They're taking over, and it's making a mess of things. So as soon as those babies fly the coop,